Hi guys, this is the episode number 13 of Not That Simple podcast. यार जब मैं 10 साल का था ना तब मेरे नेबरहुड में ये एक आर्ट ऑफ लिविंग का कोर्स होता था जहाँ मैं जाता था. वहाँ पे तरह तरह के प्राणायाम क्रिया ये सब कराते थे. बट एज अ 10-year-old आई वॉज नॉट इंटरेस्टेड इन दोज एक्टिविटीज़. आई वॉज मोर इंटरेस्टेड इन द गेम्स दे यूज टू प्ले देयर. मतलब फन गेम्स होते थे, अभी मुझे याद नहीं, बट आई यूज टू बी वेरी एक्साइटेड टू गो देयर वंस इन अ वीक इट वाज. तो हुआ क्या, अभी आई केम अक्रॉस वन मोर आर्ट ऑफ लिविंग कोर्स, ऑनलाइन कोर्स, 4-day course, 2 hour each, and I was like, let's give it a try. I was excited for it. So basically 2 hours for 4 days, and in those 2 hours, the first hour they used to just talk about very deep and intellectual stuff like happiness, life, love, gratitude, and different meditation, how meditation affects us in a positive way. And the rest of the hour was for pranayam and sudarshan kriya and meditation and those kind of stuff. And what I did was, over those 4 days, I noted down all the good points they talked about. A heads up, the things I'm gonna talk about is very deep and might sound corny to you, but I don't care. And if you don't care, just put your seatbelts on. So the first thing they talked about was how we schedule our happiness. Like, हम जब बच्चे होते हैं हमें बोलते हैं कि मार्क्स अच्छे ले आओ यार इस क्लास में टॉप 3 में आओ, फिर तो खुशियाँ हैं. फिर बोलते हैं 10th के बोर्ड्स में अच्छे ले आओ, फिर तो खुशियाँ हैं, लाइफ सेट है यार. 12th में अच्छे आ जाए ना, फिर तो लाइफ सेट है. एक कॉलेज अच्छा मिल जाए, फिर तो लाइफ ही सेट है. एक अच्छा जॉब मिल जाए, फिर सेट है. एक अच्छी पार्टनर मिल जाए, फिर तो लाइफ सेट है. उसके बाद अच्छा रिटायरमेंट, लाइफ सेट है. मतलब वी जस्ट पोस्टपोन आवर हैप्पीनेस. इट्स scheduled somewhere in the future, and tomorrow never comes. So what Guruji, by the way, this Art of Living course is founded by Shri Ravi Shankar ji and their disciples, and the people that worship him are the ones who are taking the course. So Guruji always preached that there is no reason required to be happy. We don't have to schedule the happiness for the future, because the future never comes and we'll keep postponing it. Nor do we have to find happiness in the past. We have to find happiness in the moment. So there was this silly game that played. What they said was, like, when she'll say dosa, we have to act as if we are making dosa, that action. And when they say lassi, we have to act as if we are making lassi. And when they say chapati, we have to make signs as if we are making chapati. The game is very silly. So she just rattles out word like lassi, dosa, chapati, dosa, lassi. And we just had to mimic those words by action. And what happened was, after like 1 or 2 minutes, she asked us to stop, and she just highlighted that once we were playing this stupid game, we were in the moment. So what is happiness? Happiness is very subjective. It's like love. What is love? I love cheese. Like, love is very abstract and complex. Same with happiness, right? You can't define happiness. So the best way Guruji defines it is, being in the moment is happiness. With happiness, I just remember one more point they highlighted. Happiness, you can't define happiness if you can't define sadness. We value positives only when we experience the negatives. Matlab, if a person is happy from the day he is born, from day one, if he is happy, so he won't know the value of being happy. If someone is born into a very rich family and all he's used to is like being taken care of and all those kind of stuff, he won't be grateful for that. But if someone is born into a poor family, he knows where he comes from, and even if he gets successful, he knows what he needs or she needs to survive, and he values or she values the luxuries that they have. So we value positives only when we have the negatives. Life is uncertain. There's this quote of Guruji where he says, the knowledge of death improves the quality of life. Let me repeat, the knowledge of death improves the quality of life. Life is uncertain. When you're supposed to die, it's written, right? It's fixed when you're gonna die. The knowledge that you're gonna die one day is just too frightening for me. मैं भी सोचता हूँ, then if you think carefully that one day we are all gonna die, like I'm not being too sadist, is that a word? I'm not being too pessimist. Yeah, I'm not being too pessimist here, but that's a fact, right? There's a book of Sadhguru also named Death. Death is unavoidable. No one here is immortal. And once we acknowledge the fact that we are all gonna die one day, is the day when we actually realize there's nothing to lose. We have limited time and limited amount of energy to spend, right? Like we have very limited amount of time. We can have lots of wealth, we can have lots of money to spend on, but we'll have fixed amount of hours in a day, right? You can't change that. So basically what they say is there are 3 sources of energy. Obviously there are many more and you can debate it as long as you like. This is just what he believes. 3 sources of energy: food, sleep and breath. Food, obviously. Sleep, yeah. Breath, yeah. Okay, yeah. There's nothing surprising there, right? But if you feel low sometime, any day, I hope you don't, but once you do, just remind yourself, am I eating properly? Is my sleep alright? And am I focusing on my breath? Yeah, everyone breathes, right? But the value of these pranayams and breathing exercises is something too magnificent. It's just too awesome. Like rhythm is what that differentiates noise from music. Music is basically noise plus rhythm. So basically when you focus on your breath, you're basically in tune with your breath. And when you exercise with it, it just helps you be in the moment. And earlier, as I said, being in the moment is happiness. See, if you come across a person who you don't like, मतलब कोई आदमी मिल गया जिसकी कोई चीज़ें तुम्हें नहीं पसंद, you can't change him with a frustrated mindset, right? If he has a frustrated mindset or if you have a frustrated mindset, you can't change them. Once in a while we come across some toxic person, right? They say something toxic or they do something toxic and we just hate them, right? We just like hate them. But what we do in that process is we overlook their positives. There's this, on one hand is the person, on the other hand is his behavior. We don't have to hate that person, we have to hate the behavior of that person. There's a reason why the person is behaving the way he or she is. What are your responsibilities? Responsibilities equals belongingness. The things you take responsibilities for is where you belong. You are responsible for welfare of your family, and your family is where you belong. Your responsibility is to do well in an exam coming up. You belong in that atmosphere. So you belong wherever you put your responsibilities, and nobody forces you to take up responsibilities. And if they do, I'm just sorry for you. Basically, life is like a big dream, right? Like, if you see it as a philosophical point of view, it'll be over in an instant. I am 18-year-old. मेरा 18-year-old कब 18 साल कब खत्म हो गए? I didn't know. Who are we? We are just playing roles. Like, I am my brother's brother, right? Yeah. Like, I am my father's son. Yeah, I'm my mother's son. I'm all these roles. That is like a concept that one should keep in mind. Even I will keep in mind. It's a question. It's all. See, all of the very good questions don't have an answer. Who are we? Do I even matter? All these good questions have the answers as paradoxes. The knowledge of death improves the quality of life. And in the end, I would just like to say, be happy. That's an order and a request. Thank you guys. That was it. And if you liked it, this one was very different from the rest. I won't make it much longer than 15 minutes. And yeah, a lot of research and practice went into this episode. So just share, and subscribe. No, you can't subscribe on Spotify. Just follow me on Spotify. Okay. Thank you guys. Bye.